Every single time you buy something online, send an email, or even just scroll through your favorite website, there's this invisible shield working behind the scenes. That shield is called encryption. And honestly, it's the only thing stopping our digital lives from descending into total chaos. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and unlock the secrets of how it all actually works.
It really all comes down to this one simple question. In a world where everything is connected, how do you keep your secrets, well, secret? How do you whisper something to a friend on the other side of the planet without the whole world listening in? It's one of the biggest puzzles of the internet, and the solution is just incredibly clever.
All right, let's dive into our first solution, the single key. This is our introduction to what's called symmetric encryption. The easiest way to think about this is to just picture the key to your house. It's simple, it's something we all get, and it's a concept we've been using forever.
Okay, so here's the deal with symmetric encryption. It is beautifully simple. You've got one key. That's it, just one. You use that digital key to scramble up your data, to basically lock it in a digital box. And then the person on the other end, they need that exact same key to unscramble it and read what's inside. One key does all the work.
Yep, it's really that straightforward. One key locks the box, that very same key unlocks it. Super direct, right? But you've probably already spotted the big glaring problem here, haven't you? How in the world do you get that key over to your friend safely in the first place? If you just send it, couldn't somebody else just grab a copy?
So let's talk pros and cons. On the one hand, symmetric encryption is an absolute beast. We're talking lightning fast and super efficient, which is why it's perfect for encrypting huge chunks of data, like a whole video stream. You'll hear about algorithms like AES. That's this stuff. But, and this is a huge but, its greatest weakness is that single key. That's its Achilles heel. If anyone intercepts that key, it is game over. The whole system is compromised.
And that massive key sharing problem, that's exactly what pushed some really smart people to come up with a totally different way of thinking. And what they created, well, it's a game changer. So let's get into solution 2, the key pair. This is where we start to understand asymmetric encryption.
Now hold on, because this is where things get really cool. We're not dealing with one key anymore. Now we have two, a matched pair. They're mathematically linked together, but they're different. One is your public key. You can give this to literally everyone. Shout out from the rooftops. But the other one, that is your private key. And that one, you guard with your life. You never, ever share it. The absolute best analogy for this is to think of a personal mailbox. Your public key is like the mail slot on the front. Anyone in the world who has your address can slide a letter through that slot. It's totally open for putting messages in. But to actually unlock the box and read the letters inside, well, for that, you need the unique private key, and only you have that. It's brilliant.
So, what does this system get us? Well, for starters, it completely solves that key sharing problem because you never have to send your private key anywhere. It's incredibly secure. It even offers other cool benefits, like proving you are who you say you are. This is where you hear about algorithms like RSA. Of course, there's always a catch, isn't there? All of that complex math linking the keys takes a lot of processing power, which means it is much, much slower than symmetric encryption.
Okay, so we've got our two main contenders. In one corner, symmetric, the speed demon with a sharing problem. And in the other corner, asymmetric, the slow and steady but ultra-secure fortress. It's time for the encryption face-off. Let's put them head to head.
This table really lays it all out. Number of keys, 1 versus 2. Speed, blazing fast versus, well, slow. Symmetric is your go-to for encrypting large amounts of data. Asymmetric is better for small but critical things, like sharing a secret password. And look at the security level. Asymmetric just provides way more guarantees. So yeah, you're not going to encrypt a whole movie with the slow one, but you're also not going to just send your secret key out in the open. So, who wins?
Well, here's the big twist. The answer is neither of them wins. Or maybe a better way to put it is that both of them do. See, it's not about one beating the other. The real magic of modern security happens when they team up. It's a powerful alliance where we get the best of both worlds.
That's exactly right. The most effective security systems on the planet use a hybrid approach. It's like building a superhero team. You use the strengths of one to cover the weaknesses of the other. The result is a system that's both incredibly secure and incredibly fast. So let's see how that actually works. Okay, this is what happens every single time you visit a secure website. First, your browser and the website's server do something called a secure handshake.
They use that slow but ultra-secure asymmetric encryption for just one job, to safely create and agree on a brand new, one-time use symmetric key. As soon as they both have that shared secret key, they switch to the fast lane. They use that speedy symmetric key to encrypt all the actual data, the pictures, the text, everything for the rest of your visit. It's the perfect combo, strength and speed.
So let's bring this all back home. What does this actually mean for you? Because this isn't some abstract theory. This powerful alliance is happening thousands of times a day, right inside your devices, constantly keeping you safe.
You know that little padlock icon you always see in your browser's address bar? Next time you see it, you'll know exactly what it represents. That little lock is the visual proof that this whole amazing digital handshake just happened. It's a tiny symbol of that powerful alliance at work, protecting you in that very moment.
And in the end, it all comes down to this number, 2. It takes two fundamentally different kinds of encryption, this powerful duo, working in perfect harmony to build the foundation of trust for the entire modern internet. One for strength and one for speed.
This elegant system protects us today. But, as we all know, technology never ever stops moving forward. As we start looking toward the horizon of quantum computing, which threatens to break our current methods, the next great challenge is already here. So it leaves us with one big question. What will the keys of tomorrow look like?